Good morning. We're here this morning for our next edition of Staying Connected. And with me, I have somebody who's one of our favorites, Karen Lane, the Executive Director of the We Promise Foundation. We'd like to sort of get some update into what our organization's doing during this pandemic. Hey, good morning, Karen.
Good morning, Kevin. Thanks for having me today.
I'm glad you're here. So really quickly, tell me a little bit about how this pandemic has sort of changed the way you guys operate.
Well, I think as most Americans right now, we are working from home. So we are fundraising from home, working on our big events coming up in the fall from home, just kind of shifting some things around. As most people have, we've had to cancel some events and postpone some things to 2021. So there's a lot of moving parts right now, which is interesting doing from the house and not in the office with our awesome team.
How is this whole situation that we're all going through sort of changed the way you think or look at what your mission is? Bringing hope and joy and smiles to the kids you call heroes.
Yes, they are our heroes. And quite frankly, Kevin, this for me personally and our team, I think this has changed the way we look at it. We've always worked very hard to help these children and make their dreams and wishes come true. But I think we've all gotten a bigger taste of their reality right now. You know, when everything got closed down and, trips canceled and all of our plans and our events, what I personally realize is this is what our cancer families face every single day. What we're living through right now with the pandemic is their reality from the minute they get the cancer diagnosis. Their families change, their life changes, their trips and their plans are canceled with really no end in sight. So I think while we can't fully relate to those families because we don't have a child that's battling a life-threatening illness, it's made us all sit back and go, wow, this is their everyday life. And now we're just getting a little taste of it. And that's making us all want to work harder to be even more successful in bringing them joy, hope, and smiles when we get on the other side of this.
I think, again, we here at O'Brien et al. Think your mission and your work is outstanding. Outside of fundraising that goes directly to benefit the families you're working with, what are you guys doing right now?
Well, right now we're just trying to keep our name out there top of mind. It's a great time for us to go back and thank our sponsors, thank our volunteers, thank and support all the businesses in our community that support us throughout the year, donating things to our auction, donating food. Now's our chance to give back to them and say, hey, thank you for your support. We appreciate what you're doing, and we really couldn't do it without you. We want them to think about us and think about our children so that when this is over, we can hit the ground running to help make some wishes come true.
So I saw one thing with the economic stimulus program where it appears that donations to charitable organizations may have a little bigger place moving forward. Is that your understanding?
That is my understanding. So from, again, not a tax advisor, but from what I understand, folks that typically don't itemize in their tax returns this year will be able to give donations, and they will be able to count those towards their bottom line. So we're hopeful with some of these laws changing that will incentivize folks that may not have normally been able to donate to charitable causes in our town. They will be able to now and take the tax write-off.
For me, I immediately go into which is your major mission, which is fundraising. Are you having difficulty balancing the concept that you have to raise money from people and organizations who right now are suffering as well?
Yeah, it's difficult. I feel personally that right now is not the time to be fundraising. But on the other side of that, our need with children in the system that are waiting for these wishes and dreams is huge. Right now, all of the wishes and dreams are on hold, obviously, because we're working with immune compromised kids. So when this is over, we are going to have a backlog of a lot of children that are waiting on their wishes. So what we're trying to do right now is remind people of ways they can help the foundation without maybe not necessarily giving a cash contribution. For instance, there's Amazon Prime has a program out. It's through Amazon Smile. So if you're shopping at home for groceries and things for your house during this pandemic, you can go on Amazon Smile and link your account to We Promise Foundation, and that will give a percentage of all sales back to We Promise Foundation. So that's just one way you can help the foundation without giving a cash donation right now.
So we're talking a little bit. Tell me about what you can do, what you should do, but more importantly, tell me what your biggest concern is. as the executive director of We Promise?
My biggest concern is that with everything that is going on in the world right now, that folks will forget about our children and what they're facing every day. While, things are moving and shifting in a lot of different directions, these children, their reality is still the same. They're battling big illnesses and they need that joy. They need the hope. They need the smiles. Hope is such a powerful medicine, and we can't forget about these kids and what they're going through with everything that's going on right now. They need us more than ever. Their treatments haven't stopped. Their hospital visits haven't stopped. They need our hope and our help more than ever.
As always, I find your comments inspiring. Is there anything you've witnessed that you could look towards as one inspiring story that has come out of this for Karen Lane?
Yeah, these kids, we partner on one of our events in the fall, the Harbor Lights race with J&A Racing. So J&A Racing has put together this running program. It's kind of, I don't know if I would say couch to 5K, but it's a 10-week running program. And each week they're giving us things to think about and be grateful for. And one of the things that came to light was with one of our cancer families. Their child is in treatment right now, going back and forth to CHKD. And they, as a family, started a blood drive to help other children in the hospital that need blood and need platelets. And to me, that was huge. With all they're going through with the pandemic, with their child facing cancer, they found time as a family to rally together and go out there and help do something to help other kids. And I think that's pretty fantastic. And it reminded me to always focus on, something to be grateful for. We have a lot of things to be grateful for.
I would love to get the folks from J&A Racing on as an interview during our Staying Connected series. I think they're a big part of the community, and they've done a lot of good things.
They really have.
So if you had one thing that you would like to share today, what would it be?
We've each been given this day, and we can choose to waste it or we can choose to do something good. So I'm going to choose to do something good, and I would encourage you to same. Reach out to a neighbor, reach out to a friend, look for one small thing you can do. If it's a virtual happy hour or a phone call, just let someone you're thinking about them and wish them a good day. It goes a long way in helping us all get through this.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do my good thing right now.
Okay, do it.
On behalf of O'Brien et al., I'm writing a check to We Promise Foundation.
Kevin, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
I promise you will get it. And I'm glad here we can do our part. Karen Lane, it's always great talking with you. You're the best.
You too.
We'll talk soon. Have a great day.
You too. Take care.
Thanks.